How you guys doing? You're watching Andy WTH. I'm Andy. This is Big Brother Canada Season 5 edition. Guess what? I thought, and probably most people thought, was Canada All-Stars versus International All-Stars. But guess what? It's not quite that. It's basically Canada All-Star players, 8 of them actually just returning, versus 8 newbies. So I think that's going to be a much better format than having international players this time. Just keep it all Canadian flavor if you want. Okay, so I've decided, to talk about the 8 returning players in this video, and then I'll do another video for each of individually after for the all the newbies. So let's talk about the first one that's on my list is Gary. We all know who Gary is. He was from season 1. He came in, he was first runner-up. What happened was he should have won that season, but there was a voting mishap this time around. So he's back. He's back for redemption. Now what does he have to do this time around to change his game a little bit? Because he's going to have to change his game a little. Because you can't do the same thing twice. You can't. Alright, so let's talk about his game this time around. We all know Gary is part of his character. This guy is bigger than life. He's very flamboyant. It's who he is, and he should be that person. He should not change. Alright, so what does he have to do this time? We all know he's a good social player because they worked for him last time, and we know he's good in competition because he came back and he almost won the damn thing. And we know, of course, he should be pretty popular with Canada because Canada loves him. So those are things that are going good for him. But if everybody in the house probably knows this stuff, right? So what do? Well, this is what he has to do. Okay. One of the advantages, another advantage which he has, is that he's been around Big Brother Canada for the most part quite a bit for the last couple of years, except for last year. He was on the side show, so he was like a lot behind the scenes. So he watched what's going on in the house. So, he has game experience, and he also has experience as far as watching the game and commenting on the game. So that's where his experience comes in. This time, that's what he has to use. Okay, he's coming back. He's got that in his toolbox. Plus, this time around, what he has to do as well is be actually a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more, if you want, he has to stab people up in the back a lot more. He's going to have to probably lie a lot more this time than he did last time. So that's where you're going to have to change his game because, he can't help but everything else but being, he's going to be big. He comes in big, he plays big. So he can't change that part. Absolutely cannot. So that's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to go with his strength, but he's also going to have to lie and backstab a little bit more. And he's going to have to basically also build his alliance this time. He's talking about with some guys and stuff like that, but he also got to bring in a few women. So he's got to build a good solid alliance this time. So he doesn't have to win every competition. He doesn't. This time around, he has to put somebody else in front of him that's a bigger comp threat than he is. So that's what he's going to have to establish early. That's his game change this time. Now, the next one, of course, is Netta. And Netta, all right, in the whole group of returning players, she is the best strategic player in the game, hands down. And so what does she have to do to change her game this time? You think, well, gee, she's a strategic player, my God. But the problem is everybody, especially the returning players, they know she's a good strategic player. They know she's the big threat. So what does she have to do? Well, I'm going to tell you what she's going to have to do. It's pretty straightforward. Number 1, avoid showmance. That's very important. Okay, that's kind of hurt her a little bit last time. She mentors someone, and that person ended up winning. So maybe she should try to avoid that part of her game. I think it's important. If she can do that, that's step 1. Step 2, it's real easy. She's going to have to be really observant this time around because she's going to have such a big target. She's the biggest threat in the game. Absolutely. And so that's one big thing she's going to have to do. And next thing she's going to have to do is when she can have a chance, the opportunity to backstab someone that's going to be in her favor, don't miss, because if she misses, they're going to go after her, obviously. So that's where she's going to have to change her game, all right? Number 1, don't mentor anybody. Very, very important. Number 2, don't go into the showmats, okay? And if you do go into the showmats, do like what Mike Boogie did. Use them. So that's about her game right there. That's what she has to do. She has to be more brutal if you want. Like a Dan Brutal if you want. That's what she needs to do. And by all means, bring it. I want to see her do it. That would be so much fun. Now, the next guy that's up, of course, is Kevin. We all know Kevin. It was from season 3 2 seasons ago. Alright, what was flawed in his first time around? It was pretty friggin' simple. The guy was in showmats. This guy here, I thought he was going to do very well. He was one of my top favorites, for in my opinion, that year to win. But he didn't win. Because he got into showmats. In my opinion, he kind of lost his focus on the game. The guy's very sociable and everything else. And plus, he had a gay showmats on the side. Okay. So this guy was not scared about showmats. His social skills obviously there. Just do yourself a favor, Kevin, okay? Stay out of the showmat. That's a big game changer right there. But this is what's very important going in this time around. When he goes in, he is not going to be perceived as the biggest threat in the group of 8 returning players. That's going to be his huge advantages, and he needs to use that to his full potential. All right? When they start talking about what do you talk, what do I mean? I know he did win some competitions. I get that. And, as far as the comp threat, he's very dangerous in that area. Probably, but you're not going to see that right away. Okay, there's other people in there that are going to be perceived more dangerous than him. So please use that to your advantage. All right, you've got to do that, and of course, be observant. Use people to your advantage. Don't go into showmats, okay? Please don't. All right, next guy that's up. All right, Bruno. Bruno himself, this guy here, he is very smart, very intelligent, probably a little more of a threat than people are going to perceive him to be, and that's going to be his advantage as well. In his season, he had a pretty solid season this year, but he kind of got screwed over there with that coup d'etat twist there that led into him being departed. So he's got to change a little bit of his game, but not too much. I thought the first time around it really served him well. I think he should keep right around that how he played last time. I think, like I said, that's the best way for him to go. And again, like I said, they may not see him as a big threat as everybody else in the game. So that's that's what he's got to do. So he really doesn't have to change as much. Like I said, there's other characters in there that are bigger characters than him. So hide a little bit behind them. Use them as a shield. That's what he's going to have to do, and I think he could do very well. Now, Ika. Well, she was from season 2. Her play, she was kind of like, let's put it this way. She shred letters, all right? And, that was, people didn't like her for that. And that's where she's got to change. She got to change that, I'm in your face attitude if you want. I'm not saying she has to be a patsy in there, but she got to change where she got to be more her social game. There you go. That's where she's got to change it. She's got to use that. That's where she got to really come out, is her social game, because I mean, she shred everybody's letters and everything else. I mean, she's sassy. She's very, like, she's in your face. All right? That's where she's got to change it. That's her big personality that I was telling about, like a few others. And that's her disadvantage last time, all right? So she's got to figure out how she can take her personality and change. Well, she's not going to, that's going to be hard for her. But how can she use that personality to her advantage? That's the key. But I don't know. Like that's a big problem for her. It's just that. It's, you know, she's got to learn to talk to people and really make people do what she needs them to do. That's her biggest problem, okay? It's her personality. She's very sassy. She's in your face. Like, if she'll call somebody out, but she got to know how to do it. That's what she got to change. If she doesn't change that, she could be departed pretty quick. All right? And while at the same time, she will a shred machine too, just for, and if she wins HOA, just to shred paper, just for fun. All right, next guy that's up, of course, he is one of my favorites, actually. Dallas, he's from New Brunswick, of course, New Brunswick born, yay. All right, well, he's got to change. Well, this guy here, Tim screwed him over, okay? If it wasn't for Tim, I think he would have done very well. But he's going to have to make better alliances with people. That's basically it, really. You know, his personality, he's got a big personality, but it's his alliances. He's got to make, and who would advise him to align with? It's pretty damn simple. 2 guys. And that's what he's got to hook up right away and bring in a couple of, maybe 1 or 2 newbies, but it's Kevin and Bruno. I'm telling you right now, but they cannot make it, obviously, to everybody. But those are the 3 they got to get together, because I got a feeling the girls are going to get together. I'm just saying. And, of course, if the girls get together, you know very well Gary's going to get together with them. That's just my gut feeling on this. But that's where he's got to. That's where he's got to go. He's got to put those 2 in front of him as well. So that's his game right there. And bring a couple of newbies and hope to God he makes it to the end, because he's got to bring up his social game. All right, next one, of course, is Cindy with an S. She is, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to competition in the whole group, she is the most dangerous. As far as concerned, absolutely no problem at all. But this is where she needs to improve on. It's her social game. That's what hurt her last night. You know, she had to win everything. Okay, when you're in the Big Brother house, as much as you're good in competitions, you gotta have to be able to rely on people. And her biggest problem was, so social game, she did not build strong alliances. This time around, that's what you need. In Big Brother, you need strong alliances. And that is where she lacked. She's going to have to hook on to someone. And boys, oh boys, who... And she needs to have somebody that has a bigger character than her. Like Ika. She has a pretty big character. So, you know, somebody like that, and, you know, that's what she needs to do. And, of course, bringing some newbies under her wing. So that's where her game has to change. Definitely. All right, the last but not least in this whole returning player video is Cass. She is, as far as I'm concerned, the Black Widow of Big Brother Canada. Remember last time when she came in kind of quiet, and her game really evolved as it progressed. This time they know her game. They know who she is. So she's going to have to be even more of a Black Widow than last time. She's going to have to like really come after them big time and really stab in the back. That's her game, okay? Make people do what she wants. And, you know, her social game is really, needs to really be sharp. She needs to be more cunning than she was last time, and she needs to really become the ultimate Black Widow if she wants to win. So these are the 8 players who I think that are back, and what they have to do this time around to better their game. And out of the 8, who has the biggest advantage? In my opinion, right now is Gary. Only because the guy really technically has won his season, and he's probably got the most experience of them all. So he's probably the most dangerous of them all as far as gameplay. So that's my thoughts on these guys. And you've got any comments, by all means, put it below. And if you want to subscribe, please do. And we'll talk to you guys later, and just stay tuned for my other videos that are coming up. So thanks. Bye.